Okay, so today I've decided to do something a little bit different, and that's to take a look at my magazine collection. I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but if you do enjoy it, please leave a like and I'll carry on doing it. Right, so what one do I choose? Yes, that's right, Club Nintendo, issue number 1, released on 1993. As you can see, we're going to take a look at Super Mario Kart, also Super Star Wars, Castlevania 3, and Parodius. Never played Parodius. So we've got news, we've got the contents page, but let's jump straight into the action. Castlevania 3, Draculas Curse. Now I never had this game as a kid, and it's pretty hard to get now as it's so expensive. And here's what Mark has to say about it. Castlevania 3 is a mixture of all the best elements of the other games, featuring the cogs, swinging pendulums, and password concepts of Super Castlevania. It looks great too, and it's sure to keep you interested because of the character swapping and sheer volume of levels. I completely agree with you there, mate. I know in this game you can actually turn to a bat. I mean, even for that, that's amazing. Oh, Probotector 2. Now, if you're confused, Probotector is Contra over here. I think I got the first one on the NES, but my favourite of all is Super Probotector on the Super Nintendo. This is what Hayden had to say about it. This game is obviously benefited from the advances in programming on the Super NES. Techniques are obviously rubbed off to create another sizzling Konami shoot-'em-up. Yeah, it does look very good. I've never played Probotector 2. I think I played something on the Game Boy. I think I played Probotector 2 on the Game Boy, but never this one. I'm not sure if people said this one was bad, but you know, whatever. I'm not sure how much it goes for on eBay, but I might take a look later. Who knows, I might buy it. So, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. I actually have this game, and it's ridiculously hard, but it is very good as well. Mark says, the latest installment in the Castlevania series is more of an action-orientated game than a Castlevania 3 on the NES. Yet it is just testing the ghoulish, challenging and demanding levels. It goes without saying that Castlevania freaks will love it. But even if you missed out the first time round, it's definitely worth taking a look at this. Well, there you go. I might try and complete that. Or maybe do like a stream of it or something, I don't know. Looney Tunes, I can say that I never had this game, but I think I had something similar on the Sega Genesis. But Mark seems to like it. Now, the idea of going through these magazines is just to get a feel of the past, remembering old reviews and just what people said about the certain games, because sometimes a game that is really good now was hated back in the day, and it's really, really interesting to see. So, Final Fantasy Adventure on the Game Boy. Now, Mark doesn't seem to be very interested in RPGs, but he does seem to like this game. I've never played Final Fantasy on the Game Boy, but maybe I should also take a look at this one. Mark says, I'm quite a big fan of the Nemesis games on the Game Boy, so this was eagerly received. It turned out really well too. The humour angle is great, especially the giant guardians. Even if you aren't really into shoot-'em-ups, you may find this refreshingly original game. I do remember that artwork though. Tailspin. I remember the cartoon, I don't remember any of the games, which is strange because I grew up with DuckTales and Chip and Dale and all those sort of games, so this one sort of missed me. Tailspin really captures the spirit of the cartoon action and the Disney series, well worth checking out the cartoon action fans alike. I guess I must have missed that one. It seems to me that all these games are good games that people have reviewed. It doesn't seem to be any bad ones. Best the Best even Mark likes. I wasn't sure of Best and the Best. The Blues Brothers, another game with that iconic soundtrack. And now we've got like a roundup of all the other games, just a quick little review of them. We got Chessmaster, Jack Nicklaus Golf, and now for the big one, Super Mario Kart. Now, I believe this was probably one of the first magazines to publish anything about Super Mario Kart, so this is what Mark has to say about it. The press has been raving about Super Mario Kart for some time, and it's easy to see why. The two-player games are best, but even racing solo is great fun, with its speed, characters, and different circuits. It's definitely on par with F-Zero in terms of enjoyment. I completely agree with you there, mate. Question mark box litter the circuits and reward you with certain items if you run over them. Some increase the power of your machine, and the mushrooms, for example, give you a temporary burst of speed, while others can slow down your opponents, such as the banana, which can cause them to skid on the shell and knock them right off the course. Yes, that is true. And there we have all the characters. Toad's acceleration is a real strength. Toad was always my favourite. My least favourite was Bowser. The enormous bulk of Bowser makes him unbeatable downhill. Well, there aren't really many hills in the game if I remember, so... Oh, Another World. Now this is one of my favourite games on the Super Nintendo. Let's see what Hayden has to say about it. This title breaks the mould of standard video games interplay, has cleverly utilised state-of-the-art technology and rotoscoped animation. The beginnings of the second stage with Professor Chalkin meets the alien in the cage is a true cinema quality. Even with the high quality scenes, there are also plenty of interactivity, adding to the wealth of features. Yes, this game is really, really good. It says here, seeing is believing. Graphically, Another World is quite a breakthrough. Employing the unique system of rotoscoped animation, the developers have gone to unprecedented lengths to create an ambience of realism. The programmer, Eric Chahai, was photographed in various poses for the resulting pictures that were digitized photos that were traced using Paintbox program, thus creating an accurate and realistic portrayal of the central characters. The graphics also cinematically stayed the stunning close-ups, panned and zooms, which also create an atmosphere which is totally unique. Yes, I love that game. Super Star Wars, yes, another great game on a Super Nintendo. There's no doubt Super Star Wars is a very special game. Even the theme tunes have been faithfully recreated, adding even more atmosphere to the already stunning game. The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, another great game. Prince of Persia. Personally, I'm not too keen on the Super Nintendo version of Prince of Persia. I kind of like the old dated graphics and the guy running around in pyjamas. Although this game was very, very good looking. It was a very nicely presented game. But I like, for nostalgic quality, I kind of like the dated Amiga version of it. Do you agree with me? And here we have the Players Forum. I'm not sure how this is done, but we've got the Players Top 10. Now sometimes these are kind of out of context, but it's kind of like, it's quite interesting to see what people thought was the best game on Super Nintendo, Game Boy and NES at the time. So we've got Street Fighter at number 1, yes. Pilot Wings, another good game. SimCity, yes. Super Soccer, yep. F-Zero. Lemmings, Lemmings is okay, but there's so many different platforms of it that maybe they could have chose something else. Super Mario World, of course. Addams Family, Blazing Skies, no. What are you doing there? Axelay, yes. So on Game Boy, Super Mario Land is at number 1. Super Mario Land 2, yes. Bart Simpson's Escape, I haven't played it, but I've heard bad things about it. WWF Superstars, a WWF game on the Game Boy, not too sure. Tiny Toons, Golf, Mickey Mouse, Addams Family, Batman and Batman 2. I haven't played a lot of those games, so maybe you can enlighten me and let me know if you think that's a good decision. On the NES, of course, at the top is Super Mario Bros. 3, that's never going to change. Rescue Rangers, Battletoads, impossible game. Tiny Toons, WWF, Tailspin, Tom and Jerry, Simpsons, Hyper Soccer and Paperboy 2. They've missed quite a few games. I mean, where's Zelda, for one? Player Profile, Shireen Nelson, UK, aged 8. Favourite games, Super Mario 2 and 3 and DuckTales. Good choice. Highest score, finishing Super Mario 1 in 5 days? Highest score, finishing Super Mario Bros. 1 in 5 days? Yeah, the record is 5 minutes. She took 5 days. That is terrible. Hobbies, reading, drawing, playing my Nintendo games. Ambitions to become a teacher and invent my NES game on my own. Wow. I hope you made it. High scores. You got Duck Hunt, you got Super Mario Land, Tetris. Well done, guys. We got a competition winner here, Dear Mario. What? Mario's the guy that made this? Wow. Thank you very much for my brilliant Metroid game pack. It was a real surprise to find I won your competition. I hope you like the photo of me and my new game. My brother Thomas and I love playing our Nintendo, and Thomas can get to level 8 on Super Mario Bros. 3 on his own, and he's only 3? Whoa. He loves playing Metroid too. Thank you again. I hope the picture gets in the magazine. It did. Well done. So competition time. This is how you win something. What are Japanese wrestlers called? What does Kung Fu mean? Way of the Intercepting Fist? Is that right? No, it's Jeet Kune Do, isn't it? What is a female fighter in Street Fighter called? Chun-Li. Easy. Tips and tricks. Now, this one, I tell a lie, I've read this earlier. This one, I never knew this, but if you type this cheat in, you can actually become the same, like in Street Fighter 2, you can become the same, you can fight against the same person in Street Fighter 2, the normal one. But one of the things that blew me away of Street Fighter 2 Turbo is the fact that you can play as the same characters. I think that's crazy. I did not know that in the normal Street Fighter 2. We've got Mario Bros 3, some guy tells you that you can fly up and land down a pipe. Very, very common. That's not really a trick or a tip, that's just a hidden bit in the level. Super Mario World, what do they say there? Here's a cheat for Super Mario World. Pick a P box and carry it you can to the end of the level, break it at the tape and the goal, and you'll get an extra life. Another one for the SNES, to re-enter a blown up castle, hold down L and R button. Oh yes, to hold down the castle you can hold the L and R button. Okay, well they're not really, I suppose to get the extra life, carry the P box in the level. All helped though, because we didn't have the internet. We've got Tiny Toons of Super Mario Land. These are tips. I don't know who that guy, oh, his name's Ollie. So he's going to help you get through certain levels of Tiny Toons and Super Mario Land 2. Alright, now this is where it gets funny, the mailbag. Dear Super Mario, so Mario was in charge of this magazine. This must be worth a fortune. Dear Super Mario, I'd like to give Top Gun, the second mission, a review. Okay, this is before YouTube. Graphics, 99%. Music, 99%. Boredom, 0%. Mitchell James is still actually playing this game today, I believe. He's 10 from Milton Keynes. Well done. That's a horrifically bad review. Dear Mario, please could you answer my question? There are a lot of rumours going around at my school that the moment that Nintendo are going to be bringing out the colour Game Boy. Is that true? Wow. Wow, he predicted the future. Lots of love, Jessica Robertson, UK. Dear Jessica, thank you for your recent letter to Club Nintendo. We have no plans at present to release a coloured Game Boy. Studies in America have shown that the power surge required from the batteries to the screen would be so great that they drain the batteries down far too quickly and therefore work out very expensive to replace the batteries. Keep playing, enjoy your Game Boy. But we did get a colour Game Boy. Oh my lord. What about the Game Gear? Probotector review. Presentation 94, yes. Animated really well and well designed. Graphics 96. Probotector is so good and so are the levels. Sound 92. The music is pretty catchy at 5 and 6. Playability 93. The choice of the bullets is good and seeing the baddies die is good. Lastability 90%. There's only 8 levels but it gets harder. Overall 95%. Look, okay, here we are. Software update. March releases. The Blues Brothers, Super Dragon, Super Star Wars, Castlevania 3, Castlevania 2. Best of the best. And that's it of the Club Nintendo issue number 1. If you enjoyed this, please like. It lets me know that I'm going in the right direction. And if you don't, hit the dislike button and let me know never to do these things ever again. Until then, I'll see you later.